Good afternoon. His Majesty King Abdullah II, may God bless him, chaired a meeting at the National Policy Council, with the presence of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Prince Al Hussein bin Abdullah II, may God bless him, to discuss the procedures and the measures that will apply at the different sectors in the context of adapting with COVID-19. His Majesty listened to a briefing by His Excellency the Prime Minister Dr. Omar Al-Razzaz about the precautionary measures taken by the government and introduced at the border posts, and His Majesty stressed the importance that the precautionary and safety measures should be strengthened at all border posts in order to ensure that the infection does not spread from abroad. His Majesty also stressed the importance of developing a comprehensive strategy that guarantees that private enterprises would retain their employees and that the crisis of COVID-19 does not exacerbate the problem of unemployment. His Majesty also listened to the plan of the government about the current academic year and the timeline for the university and school tests and tests that are going to be conducted remotely. His Majesty stressed that the educational process should run smoothly in a planned manner in a way that conveys the content to students smoothly and seamlessly. And he also listened to the plan of Tawjihi exam, which is going to be held on its decided date on July the 1st, and as per the previously decided mechanisms without changes. The COVID-19 crisis cell conducted a meeting chaired by His Excellency the Prime Minister Dr. Omar Al-Razzaz and with the presence of the directors of security departments and the presence of ministers and senior officials in order to discuss the measures that will be applied in the context of Eid al-Fitr. During the meeting, the following has been decided. As of tomorrow, Tuesday, the window during which citizens are allowed to go out of their houses is going to be extended, so it becomes from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and that will be according to the mechanism that is being implemented currently. As for the public transportation vehicles, they will no longer be subjected to the odd-even scheme, and they will be allowed to operate at their full capacity regardless of plate numbers as of tomorrow, provided that the passenger capacity is only 50% and provided that all safety and precautionary measures are observed, and that includes all public transportation vehicles, including yellow taxi, the app-based taxis and service taxis. The holiday of Eid al-Fitr is going to be in the mornings, will start in the morning of May the 23rd up to the afternoon of May the 25th. The first day of Eid al-Fitr is going to be a lockdown on vehicles. The citizens are allowed out of their houses on foot only between 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. No cars are allowed on streets except for that of medical and nursing staff in both public and private sectors, the epidemiological tracing team members, and a very limited number of officials and officers working in essential agencies. And citizens will be allowed to go out of their houses on the second day of Eid using their cars or on foot, and also from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Travel between governorates is not allowed except for those who hold a permit for the same. The use of private vehicles on the second day of Eid is going to be according to the odd-even scheme in Amman, Zarqa, and Balqa. and that will be according to the numbers to be decided by the Public Security Department. On Friday, we apply a comprehensive lockdown as per the usual mechanism until a further notice. Also, the salaries of civil servants are going to be disbursed in the middle of this week in order to allow citizens to buy there and to do their shopping for the Eid. The civil servants will go back to their business on the 26th of May, highlighting the importance of taking into consideration the situation of women who have children, especially that kindergartens and the nurseries in both private and public sectors are not operating now. And this process is going to be organized as per the guidelines that was adopted by the Ministers' Council, and these guidelines shall be circulated among public departments as of tomorrow. We've received several questions as to the possibility of conducting press conferences and interactive conferences with journalists and media personnel. To answer these questions, which are valid and legitimate, I would like to clarify the following. As you know, the fact that journalists are not physically present during these briefings is because we are complying with the strict precautionary measures that we have always been following. However, during this period, we worked hard to ensure the flow of information during these daily briefings, and we conducted dozens of meetings on different media outlets. Some of them are web-based, and we have been receiving questions and answering all of the questions of journalists and their requests. Over the past weeks, we tried hard to organize press conferences remotely using teleconferencing. However, the fact that there is no umbrella bringing together some media outlets led to the failure of these attempts. The attempts to have these teleconferences that could have engaged the journalists in the briefings. However, we're going to hold weekly press conferences as of next week with the presence of a group of journalists, representative of the media body. And we're going to publish the standards on which we're going to organize these press conferences, especially in relation to the preparation of colleagues who are going to be invited, and we're going to share the guidelines that was adopted by the government in relation to the reopening of public departments. And we stress our full respect for the freedom of journalism and the right to have access to information, and to give journalists the opportunity to raise questions and interact with the government entities and government officials, and give them the chance to have their questions answered. May God bless you, protect your health and that of your loved ones. May God bless this country, the whole humanity. May God bless the leadership. We're at your service, and we succeed if you comply. Good afternoon. Today, there have been 22 COVID-19 positive cases, divided as follows. 8 lorry drivers at Al-Amiri border posts. 3 of them are Jordanians. They were admitted to Prince Hamza Hospital for treatment. There were also 2 cases for students at Al-Bahmayat at the Dead Sea, and they were transferred to the hospital. And there were 12 cases who are contacts of the case from Khanasri area. 3 of the 12 are from Irbid, Al-Hayy Al-Janubi. Al-Khanasri and Al-Hayy Al-Janubi are isolated by the security departments. there was one recovery, the thing that makes the total number of patients under treatment 108. There were no deaths today, and around 4,000 tests were conducted. The thing that makes the total number of tests since the onset of the pandemic 119,260 tests. There were questions about the health and safety of the staff at the border posts at Amiri. I would like to assure you that these civil servants were tested by the Public Health Ministry, and indeed all of them are COVID-19 negative, and they strictly follow the precautionary measures to safeguard their own health and that of their families. And there are regular tests conducted by the Mafraq Directorate of Health to ensure that the lab accredited there complies with the international standards. Samples are being pulled constantly, and we conduct calibration on the accuracy of and precision of these devices. The sample pulling, in fact, the process of sample pulling is being conducted as per the international best practices and according to the international standards. As you can see, we are detecting cases on daily basis from among the lorry drivers. This has protected many, and we're going to pursue these procedures at the border posts, this border post and other border posts, in order to ensure that those coming to the kingdom are COVID-19 negative. And as for the case that has had so many contacts from Al-Mafraq, this is a lesson for all of us to learn from. The Eid is upon us. كل عام وأنتم بخير. We need to strictly comply, avoid contacts, avoid visiting too many places in order to safeguard our own health and that of our loved ones. May God bless you, bless this country and its leadership. Peace be upon you.